And Boker Tov, just one pasuk for today. Perek Yud Gimel, pasuk Chav Gimel. Rav Ochel Nir Rashim. Majority of food comes from the plowing of the poor. Ve'yesh nispeh belo mishpat. And there are those that are gathered without judgment. So we mentioned this pasuk yesterday that the Gemara Masech Chagiga says people are gathered without judgment. That some people that could there could be a concept of passing away before your time, gathered without judgment. The Gemara gets into that. We're not going to get into that subject now. But what does this mean? Most food is from the plowing of the poor. The Gaon of Vilna says this pasuk teaches us two reasons why we should give tzedakah. The first reason is that he says that a Rasha came to Rabbi Akiva and said, "Why should we give money to the poor? God just destined them to be poor, and God should feed them. Why should I, who worked hard for my money, why should I feed them?" So here is one answer. Rav Ochel Nir Rashim, majority of food is plowed from the poor, meaning the way it is, the way the world runs, the majority of people that do small labor that gets us the food on our plate, that gets us things, is unfortunately the poor. I mean, it's a concept that if a guy wins the lottery, he's quitting his job. So if everyone won the lottery, everyone's going to quit their job, and no one's going to plow, no one's going to plant, no one's going to do the regular jobs, so to speak. So majority of what we eat is from the plowing of the poor. Now, therefore, they're suffering, and they're destitute, and they're not getting their fair share, so to speak. They're working hard. So when you help them out, you're helping ease them up a little bit. So you're benefiting from them. And therefore, reason number one, you're benefiting from them. Therefore, help them out a little bit. Or a lot of it, whatever you could do. The second reason, many are gathered without judgment, is that they are working hard and they're not getting judged in a certain way properly, like they should get more for what they do. So Hashem makes it like this for us, for those that could do it, to fill in and to give them, and to give tzedaka. So what happens is that they're missing out on their judgment. They're supposed to get more. We're coming in and helping them out. So Hashem says, "Well, you're my partner. You're helping out. This is the way I designed the world. That majority, or a lot." They need to work hard and this and suffer a little bit, but it's for the greater good of the world. That's difficult. So, okay, I gave you a little bit more. Give them, be with me, and partners with them, because their judgment is missing. They're missing a certain amount. I've designed it like that so you could help them, so that I could help you as well. So another reason to give those that are unfortunate is being a partner with Hashem. It's the way Hashem designed things. Some are like this, some are like that. And sometimes it's waves in a person's life. Sometimes at this point of his life he's low, that point of his life he's high. When you're high, don't forget that you remember when you're low. And when you're low as well, don't forget that it's a low right now, but it could be a high tomorrow. I'll just end with this. A story came to my mind. There was an Israeli guy that I rented a car from in LA. And the rental car companies are expensive. This guy had like a small rental company, like from his backyard, from his whatever, small rental car company. So I rented a car from him, and LA is an expensive place. And I see this guy like struggling, and he says, "Yeah, I lived in Alabama, I lived here, I lived there, I lived there." He said, "You came to LA, the most expensive place out of all these places you listed." He says, "Why are you here?" He says, "You're right, it's the most expensive. But I guess it's the American dream, right?" He says, "But here in America, and especially in LA, he says, your mazal could switch in a flip. Like, if you're in the middle of Africa and you're poor, according to 99.9%, that's the way you're going to be for generations even, right? And one thing you could just switch and you could, so he says, I'm waiting for that moment, So, but if we're like Kadosh Baruch Hu, also a switch could happen at any moment. Let's take care of those that are in need, and Hashem will take care of us. Baruch Adonai Le'olam. Amen. Amen. No. Chazak u'baruch. No.